The more I do business, the more I realize I don't know. Today, I'm absolutely disgusted with myself. I'm disgusted with myself as a business owner. I'm disgusted with myself as an individual. I don't understand how I was able to grow a business from zero to $250,000 per year in revenue, not knowing anything. That's truly how I feel right now. The reality of it is I do know things. I do know stuff. But what happens is as you grow in business, for me, I started to get around people that are much, much smarter than I am. Today, I was on a meeting. I was on a Zoom call with a Google Ads specialist, watching what he was doing with people's ads, looking at other people's Google Analytic profiles. I got sick to my stomach. I had never seen this page in Google Analytics before. I didn't even know that existed. What do you mean I'm 5.5 years in business and I didn't even know this page existed? I got off that call and I needed to go get in the shower and hopefully wash the dumb off of me. I felt sick to my stomach. I felt overwhelmed. I felt like, how are you even in business?
Why are you even in business? You got all these people around you, these other business owners that are so much smarter, and you think that you're going to be able to be something? You think you're going to be able to grow a big business? You're a joke.
How dare you even think that way? My heart is pounding right now even thinking about it. I can't even sit down right now to even record this video because I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted. And I was like, you're going to have to learn all of this stuff, Erica. You're going to have to figure all of this stuff out. How are you going to figure it out? You don't have the time. Because you decided that you wanted to talk on social media about the poop scooping industry. You decided you wanted to start a media company. So you're talking about poop scooping online. You're talking about all this stuff, and then you have your business, your Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin over here. When are you going to find the time to learn how to do all of this stuff? You've been a dummy sitting here on the internet talking about business when you should have been doing more business. So have you felt overwhelmed with your business? Have you wondered how you're going to learn this next trick? How you're going to figure out how to make more money in your business? And you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach. You're just like, I don't know if I can do this. That's how I felt. That's how I felt after I got off this phone call. But I got in the shower. I don't know if I wiped the dumb off of me. I didn't wash the dumb off of me. But I allowed myself to regroup. And I listened and I remembered to people that I listened to in podcasts and business books that you can't do it all on your own. You have to get around people and you have to bring people in that are good at what they do. And you got to be able to lean into them. And I almost didn't even want to make this video. I'm like, why? Why should these people even listen to me? Why? Why should I even make this stupid video? I was psyching myself out. But then I got to thinking. I'm like, all right, Erica, okay. You've been able to build your business from zero to $250,000 per year. Great. Being a dum-dum, being a dodo bird, at least that's how I feel. So I said, how about we do a compound video where I'm going to talk about the things that I was able to do to grow my business. And then William, my buddy, Will Milliken from the Poop Scoop Millionaire, he's going to share some stuff with you that the big dogs, big brains are doing. Because I was on a call with the big brains. Rocked my world. Sometimes when you get around people that are a lot more smarter than you, it makes you sick. And you could either not want to be around them. You can go back to hanging out with people where you're the smartest person in the room and you can hold your head high and you be like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the woman. Or you can sit your ass down around people that know way more than you and just observe, soak it all in. And that's what I'm doing right now. I am the dumbest person in the room. And it's been a while since I've been the dumbest person in the room. It's humbling. It truly is humbling. So if you're struggling to get some customers, I feel you. I feel like it's always a struggle. And one of the biggest things in business is really being able to handle your emotions. And that's something I really struggled with over the years, is handling the emotions, to be able to handle the ups and the downs, ups and the downs. I can't tell you how to handle your emotions in this video. That's not what this is here for. But I do want to talk about some marketing strategies that I was able to do. And then William's going to share some of his, because he has a humongous business. But not all of us want to have humongous businesses. Not all of us are even close. Some of you are just getting started in business and you can't even wrap your mind around having a 7-figure business. You're just trying to make $1,000 a month with your business. $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month. So during Spring Rush, William was able to onboard 487 customers in 1 month. My brain can't even wrap around that. 487 new Pooper Scooper customers in one freaking location. And a lot of that has to do with some of the fundamentals that I'm going to talk about in here, and then expert level stuff that he's teaching over in the Poop Scoop Millionaire community. Stuff that I would have to read off of this because I don't quite understand it yet, because it's still so new. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. And I'm just happy that I'm able to talk to you about it and share it with you. Because even though I was mad at myself earlier for being a dodo bird on the internet, just blah, 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 and I want to help you. I do feel like that's one of my missions in life, is to help other people. And this is how I'm able to help you. And that's why I keep blah, 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 blah on the internet, okay? So the best places or best ways to advertise in 2024 is going to be your Facebook ads, your Google ads, and vehicle wraps, okay? I have new vehicle wraps, so I want to hop into that because that is one of the newer things that I reinvested in my business. When I first got started, I did not have money. I did not have money for vehicle wraps, but I had enough money to get magnets and put them on my car, my 2007 Chevy Cobalt. And it had this information on it: who we are, what we do, and how to get in touch with us, okay? In my brand color. So if you don't have money to invest into a wrap yet and you're watching this, start off with some magnets. Try to get them a little bit larger so they are more visible. Don't have scripty font, have nice, bold, popping font, something that can be seen at a distance. I think I put black lettering on pink background, like a pink magnet, that you couldn't see very well, but the white lettering on the pink popped much, much better, okay? So start off with that: who you are, what you do, and how to get in touch with you. So your business name, your phone number, or the main source of contact, however you want them to contact you. You don't need to put both. You don't need to put your email and your phone number. Put one. There's not a lot of space on here. And have that magnet on either side of your vehicle and roll with that. But in your mind, know that you're going to want to reinvest and you're eventually going to want to wrap your vehicle or put some larger signage on that. So do some research, find out how much that's going to be able to afford that. Because here in Michigan, wraps are like a full wrap that I have on my vehicle is going to cost you anywhere from $3,000 all the way up to $5,000 per vehicle. So you're going to want to start putting money away so you can reinvest. So William and his team, they're much better at tracking all of their data, but they are getting roughly 30 signups per month just from signage from their vehicle wraps. That's huge. Think about that. Your vehicles are driving around anyways. You're, especially like me, I don't actually have a personal vehicle. My Pooper Scooper truck is my vehicle. That's what I drive all the time. Like, I'm in business all the time. If I want to be incognito, I just hop in my husband's truck and I drive that. But I'm like, what's the point? I want as much visibility as possible. And even though I haven't been tracking the data, so I can't give you hard facts of how many customers I've picked up, I was at a local event a couple weeks ago that I had been to 3 years past, and my tent The branding looks just like the vehicle branding, and people were coming up saying, hey, we've seen you. We've seen your cars around. We've seen your trucks around. You service a person on my street, or you service a person in my mom's neighborhood, or, oh, I see your vehicle at the Speedway all the time, which is Crystal because she's always going to that Speedway, which I go to Speedway too. That's like our gas station. Speedway, sponsor us. You wanna sponsor us? That'd be nice. I'd love a Speedway sponsor. But anyways. And for those of you that don't know about gas cards, Speedway actually offers fleet cards for gas. So if you're looking to get a gas card, Speedway is a decent option. Oh, if I'm wanting a sponsorship, Speedway is an awesome option. I can't. I crack myself up. All right, I gotta look at my notes. I'm so frazzled right now. I gotta look at my notes. I can't even do this video. Without my notes. So let me tell you some key things with a wrap, okay? You're gonna wanna find a company that's reputable. You're gonna wanna find somebody that warranties their work and they do a good job. And hopefully they have a designer in-house, a designer. Look at their portfolio. Look at what they have done. And if you know somebody that has gotten work done with them, go look at the vehicle. Give it like a close-up, like be all up in there. You're going to want to see if there's rippling. You're going to want to see if there's shrinkage. You're going to want to see if there's peeling, like around the door handles, places like that. Like look at the vehicle if you can, all right? So you're going to vet them out. You're going to make sure that they're a good company. And then you're going to let them design your wrap. You do need to have an idea, the direction of what you want to go. And if you were like me, when I first got a wrap designed, I had no idea what I wanted. I just knew that I couldn't afford a full wrap. I could only afford a partial, and I wanted it to be pink, and I wanted who we are, what we do, and how to get in touch with us. So I went incredibly basic because I needed it done now, and I didn't know what else to do. So I'll go ahead and I'll include a picture of what we did. And that worked. That was fine because I didn't even have a very good logo at the time. So it's not like I wanted to invest a ton of money into the wrap because my logo sucked. I didn't have like a good thing going on. But then that Honda got smashed and I needed to wrap the new vehicles. It just so happened that I got an entire rebrand done, right? I got the new logo. I got the new Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin thing. She was looking sweet. So I was like, all right, it's time to wrap these new vehicles. I knew that I wanted it to be hot pink. I knew that I wanted that brand association when people in the area that where we're at see that hot pink color, they automatically think of Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin. But I'm like extra, right? So I wanted it like boom, in your face, but like still be simple and still be basic. And the way I did that is yes, it's bam, it's bright, it's in your face, but the information on it is simple. Who we are, what we do, and how to get in touch with us. And you got to have your brand color on there so you can stand out. You got to have your brand color. And what's really nice is when your employee or you hop out of your branded vehicle in your branded color, in your branded uniform to go provide the service, people are seeing you out there in your branded color, and then they see you driving down the street, then they see your marketing material online and it's in your branded color. You're creating this cohesiveness. You're creating this sense of stability, sustainability, consistency. And you know what? When people trust you, they spend money with you. Let me say that again. When people trust you, they will spend money with you. And even though you have your contact information on there, don't make that like the main focus. You know, you want your brand color to stand out. You want your logo to stand out, and then have your contact information on there, okay? You're really just trying to create that brand awareness with your wrapped vehicle. You can do a full wrap, you can do a partial wrap, you could do lettering, or you can do magnets. I don't think there's anything else. I'm not really sure. I do see people that have those pizza toppers. You know the toppers that the pizza delivery people are like the delivery people have on their vehicle. I've seen those. I've always wanted to order one or get one custom made in like the shape of a poop emoji. That would be gnarly. I wonder if I could get one made in the shape of like my Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin. logo with me. And what I really like about the wraps is it makes you look so professional. Like I said earlier, you're in your branded vehicle, you step out of it, and you're in your branded uniform, and you look put together. You don't look like a Bucket Bob or Scoop It Steve. You know, you don't look like you're going to rob them. You look cohesive. And so when you go to up your rates or you go to charge more, and they're like, what? I thought you were going to scoop for $10. You can explain to them that you are a professional service with reliable vehicles. You pay your taxes, blah, 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 whatever else you want to put in there. You're not a neighborhood kid. If you want to spend $10, I would suggest reaching out and finding a neighborhood kid to do it. I wouldn't say it exactly like that. Maybe run that through ChatGPT and say, hey, rewrite this in a professional tone and see what ChatGPT pops out. Let's move on to Google Ads and Google SEO. Okay. I don't know a ton about this, but here's what I do know is I have a very strong presence, a lot of organic presence, and my Google profile, I have a lot of reviews on Facebook, on Google. So I got a lot of movement. I got a lot of action going on. I post a lot of videos on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, all underneath Kroopin's Poopin, Scoopin. So there's a lot of moving parts. So even though you have your branded vehicles, your marketing materials on point, you're like in a nice company uniform, if people aren't finding you online, that's a huge issue because the majority of people are hanging out on the internet these days.
Hey guys, it's Will with Swoop Scoop, and I'm going to tell you a quick story to really drive home the point on why it's so important to show up well on Google. This is actually something that happens a lot more often than you would think. So in our market, we have a couple of competitors that aren't very sophisticated as far as their online marketing goes, and they don't show up well on Google at all. But they will go out and do other forms of advertising. They will put up yard signs, they'll put up door hangers. And last year, we had a company actually put up billboards in our market. But the funny thing was, since they didn't show up on Google, people would see their billboard and their yard signs and their door hangers, and they would literally just Google pooper scooper service in the area, dog waste removal in the area. They just click on our website and sign up with us because they couldn't tell the difference. So for you guys out there, if you're not showing up on Google, that could be a big problem.
Now, we don't have a ton of time to do SEO in this video because it's not dedicated SEO. We could be here for months and months and months. But William's going to give you one solid tip, so make sure you're taking notes.
Hey guys, I am actually going to give you 3 SEO tips. There are literally thousands of factors that Google's algorithm takes into account when they look at ranking your business online. And I'm going to go over just kind of the 3 easiest ones that you can do without a lot of technical experience. So first one, you'll see here, I searched for Pooper Scooper Spokane, and what shows up is the SERP, which stands for Search Engine Result Page, which basically is a fancy way of saying what pops up when you Google something. So usually up on top there'll be ads if companies are running ads, and then after that you will see the map section. One of the most important things you can do to show up in this map section is to get reviews. So as you see, we have almost 500 reviews, and our competitors have 22 and 45. So it's pretty obvious who's going to be getting the majority of the business here. The next thing that I suggest is you'll scroll down and you'll see this hyperlink here, and that's what's actually called a page title. So in your page title, you'll want to include keywords that you're trying to rank for. So this says pet waste removal. We actually rank number 1 and number 2. It says pooper scooper service. So those are really good keywords that we try to rank for, and we try to put those in the actual page title that shows up on the search engine result page. The third thing that is a must do is the main header on your website should say one of the keywords that you're trying to rank for. So for us, we're trying to rank for pooper scooper service. So our heading 1 on the very top of the page, big bold text, is going to say that particular keyword, and it's going to tell Google that is what our website is about, and it's going to rank us better. So there's my 3 tips for you guys.
But if you're interested in learning more about SEO and feeling like a dummy and then needing to go take a shower to wash the stupid off of you, you can sign up for the Poop Scoop Millionaire and learn a ton of information and get around people that are incredibly smart doing big things. And you can be the dumbest person in the room until you're not. Doesn't that sound like a good time? Now I want to give you some tips for Google advertising. You got to have a website. Even if it's not a very good website, you still need to have a website. Start with something that you can afford, and then as time goes on, get a better one. And you don't have to make it. You can take the money that you're earning, reinvest it back into the business and pay somebody to give you a beautiful website. Down in the description, I actually have the link for my website developer. So if you want to check that out, hit him up. Say, what up, Brian? Erica from Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin sent me over here. I would like a nice site. And he'd be like, yeah, bet. I got you. He will not say that. He will say, great, thanks. Let me send you over some information. That's how it goes down. Side note, my husband's actually getting one made for his branch buster tree service. Very, very excited. It takes about 6 weeks to get it made. All right, so you got your website. You're going to need to link that to your Google business profile. Wait, what? You don't have a Google business profile? You need to have a Google business profile, because if you don't, then you can't get Google reviews. And Google reviews are so freaking important. So you're going to want to get that Google business profile, and then you're going to want to get it verified. Now, you might either have a really easy time getting it verified, or you can have a really hard time getting it verified. I had an easy time. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh, glorious. My husband, on the other hand, it took us a week. We kept having to resubmit the video. Okay, so make sure everything is correct in the profile. Your hours of operation, the address, the name is spelled right, the phone number is right. Everything is just right, okay? Check it, double check it, cross check it. Then you submit it to get verified. They might want you to take a video, okay? And read what Google wants you to do for this video. For us, they wanted to see my husband, Josh, unlock the door to our building. They wanted to see either like a business card or a branded vehicle and some tools. They wanted to see the outside of the building and like some street signs in the surrounding area. And they wanted all of this done in one take. In one take. And so it was like the Blair Witch Project. Like, this video was so shaky and so clunky. And then they only want it like no longer than 2 minutes. It can't be any longer than 2 minutes. It was a mess. But we finally got it figured out. We submitted it and we got it at like 59 seconds. We cut it down. We just show the surrounding area. Make sure you don't get any personal information in this shot. They don't want to see people's faces. So I was able to, show his business card. I was able to show his hands unlocking and locking the door, and then his magnet that was on the side of his vehicle. And he was able to get verified. Woo, it was a doozy, but don't give up. Keep trying and keep going. And then once you got all that verified, you got everything going, start getting Google reviews as soon as possible. I'm serious. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. And so what I did in the beginning, because I didn't have automations. Now I have automations now. I was using Nice Job for quite some time, and then now I'm using Review Harvest. Clay is amazing. He's really been hooking it up. If you are following me on social media, like on my Facebook or Instagram or on Google, you see a review with like a picture of me or a dog or something with the like a nice little picture with a review. That's all Clay and his team. But we're gonna pretend like you're just getting started and you're like, I don't got money to pay for that yet. Okay. I want you to write this out, keep it on your notes on your phone, or put it on like a Google Doc or something and say, hi, blank. Thank you so much for allowing me to service your property. I was hoping you would be able to give me a well-worded 5-star Google review. Google reviews really help my small, new, growing business show up on the first page of Google. And then you go ahead and you include your Google link so they don't have to go searching for you or type in nothing. You want to make it as easy as possible for these folks to find you. And then you just copy and paste. And then I like to put 5 stars so it gives them the visual, like 5 stars. Okay. And then you just send that to your people. So I want you to do some research. I want you to find the top rated pooper scooper in your area and make it your personal mission to beat them. And don't stop until you do. Moving on, we're going to talk about Facebook ads. Freaking Facebook. Now, Facebook is huge. It's great because that's where the older generation lives. And guess what? The older generation, they got the monies, right? They're the ones that or got the extra income to use our services, because for me, this is a luxury service. My service isn't available to everybody because I'm not going to scoop a house for $10 or $12. I'm not a budget plan. I am considered a luxury service. Facebook is very, very important. You can do organic content. I do a lot of organic content because I'm cheap, but I've quickly realized I need to start spending some more money on Facebook. So my mind shift is changing because William has had some conversations with me to be like, wake up, you need to do more Facebook. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Now, I'm not talking about boosted ads. You know how when you post something on Facebook, Facebook will give you that little like option to boost that post? That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about actually going into your ads manager and targeting specific demographics, specific target words, specific areas, like down to like a 1 mile radius, down to like a neighborhood, down to a zip code. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of money can be spent if you are not careful. Okay, a lot of money can be wasted, so you really want to make sure that you are dialed in. And if that makes you sick to your stomach and you're thinking about it like, I don't know how to do none of that, I hear you. I hear you. I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to give you a couple tips. But if you want to know more about it, you know where you need to go. Poop Scoop Millionaire. Poop Daddy. Poop Daddy. You know, I used to be a pharmacy technician once upon a time. I was also an esthetician at one time. I was also a top seller for Premier Designs jewelry in my little level. And now I'm talking about dog poop on the internet. So if you think you got it all figured out, just know life has some wild twists and turns. But if you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, Erica, that all sounds nice, but I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I can't do none of that stuff. I need free 99. I hear you. I got some tips for you, okay? You're gonna start getting super active on Facebook. You're gonna look at your personal profile, okay? I want you to clean it up. I want you to clean up your personal profile. If you have a profile picture with you flipping off the camera like this, I'm gonna need for you to change that picture. If you have a profile picture of you smoking a and drinking a beer or whatever, I'm gonna need for you to change that picture. Preferably delete the picture off of your profile, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start posting in buy, sell, trade groups. Now, they've gotten more strict over the years. It was like a lot different 5-6 years ago when I first started posting, but you can still post to them. It's just a lot of manual work, and you're just gonna have to do your research. Find groups that are active, find groups that will allow you to post. Some groups just have like, you can post on Mondays or you can post on Thursdays. I put a task in my jobber calendar to remind me of what group I can post in and where. And just keep doing this, like one time a day, a couple times a day, a couple times a week, like whatever is manageable for you. Just be consistent. Have a nice photo and have some nice verbiage. Make sure it's well worded. If you don't know how to word things well, type out your mumbo jumbo, put it in a ChatGPT, let ChatGPT write something beautiful for you. Make sure you proofread it, make sure it makes sense, then save that and then copy and paste that, you know, so on and so forth. And then I also want you to take your business profile that you created, and I want you to follow all the local pet stores, the local chamber of commerce, doggy daycares, anything that is pet related. I want you to follow them on your business Facebook. And then you're going to comment underneath their posts. Just get active. Social media is meant to be social, so be social. Okay? And then share their stuff every once in a while. I don't know anything about dog diseases, right? I know a little bit about parvo. I know a little bit about some other stuff, but I don't really know a ton. But you know who does? My vet that I take my dog to. They know a lot about that stuff. So if they write a post about dogs needing to be spayed or neutered, they write a post about a bacteria that's going around for dogs, I'm going to share that. not only am I educating my audience, I'm providing good educational content, I'm providing value, but I'm also supporting another local small business that's out here just trying to hustle. And I'm being social on social media with my business page. And then you could also trade free services for Google reviews. I don't know if I've done this, but I know other people have done this, and it works. Say, hey, I'll give you 2 weeks free service if you write me a Google review, a Facebook review, and leave me a recommendation in your local Nextdoor app. Woo, that was a doozy. I tell you what, I need a drink of water.